Natsume. Hello. Does anyone know what we are playing? I think it is sort of apparent, I think. Yeah, what are they known for? Harvest Moon. I could have timed that so the words came up at the same time I said it, but I didn't, and we have to deal with that. So, I originally was going to play... Oh, what do we want to name our character? I was going to play A Wonderful Life, but I didn't have a GameCube memory card, because I actually have the GameCube game. And then I was like, I can't do this whole town knowing that it's not going to save. So instead we're playing Friends of Mineral Town on an emulator. So you may hear some keyboard typing here. Sorry. How about... Gosh, what do we want to call him? It's Jones. Jones. Hold on. Wait. Jean-Nazir. That's the name. Yes, it is. Jean-Nazir. His birthday. Well, there's not much to do in winter, so let's say winter. And then we'll give him a nice halfway through the month type of thing. Yeah. Oh, we have to name the farm too. Oh, jeez. I already forgot his name. Jean-Nazir. Are there two O's? Or like two, look. Is there a difference? No. Farm. And, yes. Oh, our dog. Oh god. His name gonna be Bibby. What the fuck is... Oh, shoot. I haven't recorded in a while, obviously. Bibby. There's the Y. My name, Jean-Nazir. My birthday, winter 15. My farm name is Forum. My dog's name is Bibby. Yeah. Here I am. Coming to on my farm of sorts. It says, hey, the owner of this farm died a while back. You can't just come waltzing in here. Can I read? This game is going to be a test of my reading. What? You knew him? And you didn't know that he had died? Yeah, old man, you just told him, I don't know, his grandpa, I haven't played this game in a while, his grandpa died and you just friggin' threw it at him. Oh, 6 months ago, I reckon. Are you saying reckon and wearing a top hat? That's a lot to process. He said, I'm leaving my farm to Jean-Nazir. So until whoever that is shows up, I'm taking care of the farm. You're not doing a great job taking care of it. What? You say you're Jean-Nazir? Will you tell me how you met the old man? What about it, Jean-Nazir? Aren't you glad you came on the trip? I'm glad for the vacation, too. Hey, wanna go fishing in the river? Jean-Nazir? Oh dear, I can't find Jean-Nazir. What? Hey, young man, why are you crying? Did you get lost? What's this? Is that your phone number on your bag? Let's call your parents. Thank you so much for helping us find our son. We live in the city, but we want to show our son the country on this trip. Is that so? In that case, why not? I can't read today. Wow. Why not? I was gonna say, why do not come spend food days on my farm? You really mean it? Sure. I live alone, so you wouldn't bother anybody. I'd love the company. Isn't this great, Genesir? Now you'll have a whole farm to play on. He's like, yeah, go wreck the farm. Go at it, kid. Look at the pony. Chicken? Is that a beehive? Are there beehives in this game? I only played it very briefly, and it was an emulator several years ago. I haven't played it since, but I like the girls in this one, so I wanted to play this one. Hey. You were so quiet that I thought you were dead. This is perfect. I was looking for someone to play together. I guess you'll do. It's no fun if you just sit there and say nothing. Why don't you tell me about yourself? Are they gonna give us prompts or something? Did you have fun? I sure had fun with you. I don't have any grandkids of my own, you know. No, you'll have to go now. Farewell. Is there any chance of you writing an old man a letter once in a while? You stupid kid. Really? Here's my address then. I guess you're not that stupid. You're leaving already? If you go, I'll be bored and lonely again. You have to come back, okay? Looks like you just made a friend. Looks like you've made a friend. Just one more reason to return, I guess. Wink, wink, wink. I'll be waiting for your letter. They set him up. They're like, we get this sucker. He's gonna take over my farm when I die. I really want the option to be like, no, and it just shows you getting on the bus and going home. Make him proud. Then, the next day, I ate sushi rolls or something. There's nothing in there. I really almost was like, oh my god, a treasure chest. Good morning, Genesir. I hear you're new to farm life, so let me explain some basics. Use the A button to lift things up, throw, or talk. Just use the A button. You can buy things if you talk to people. Wild. No one will sell you anything if the store isn't open, though. So don't bother trying. Use the B button to use an item or tool. You can't use anything if you're not holding it. No. Are you sure? You don't have to hold back on my account. Get some money. Get that money. Gather various things on the mountain to sell. Okay. Yodel Farm and the Poultry Farm. I left you my old pedometer in the toolbox. See you later. Oh, here comes Beefy McBuster. The name is Zach. I'm in charge of shipping for Mineral Town. I always am sweaty and have to have this towel around my neck. Let me show you how you ship things to be sold. God, his spray looks terrible. This is your shipment box. Put things here you want to sell, and I'll come pick them up by 5 every day. I'll pay you money when I do. I don't work on holidays, though. I'm just like the post office. Also, you have chickens and cows and, yeah, animals. You have a farm. Did you know that? Work hard, but not too hard. If your face turns blue, that means you're about to collapse. If that happens, you'll get sent to the clinic. You'll be out of commission for a while, and you'll have to look at the cute, like, short, black-haired nurse, I think. Please let me walk around. I want to look in the shipping thing. Okay. I just like... Oh, I put it in my pocket. How does I open my pockets? Oh, I jumped. Oh, schnoots. What? Material for lumber can be placed on tillable land. Okay. Okay. Yes? I guess. How do I get out of this? Okay. So you didn't follow... I'm like, so I didn't... Oh. So I didn't finish the tutorial. Oh god, am I gonna finish the sentence? So I didn't finish the Just saying. Oh no, I don't want to throw him. Okay. Don't make me throw my dog. That's messed up. I'm gonna roll out this land. Let's see. What have I done recently? I haven't recorded anything in a while because I got my wisdom teeth out. That was awful. Well, I had a whole awful dentist experience. In general, I just don't enjoy going to the dentist. I'm like Adam from Owl City. So I went thinking, well, I had gone to my regular dentist and they were like, yo, your wisdom tooth is infected. And I was like, great. And they're like, you need to get it out, all of them out as soon as possible. I was like, oh, great. So I went to another dentist, like that had a dental surgeon, and they were like, your wisdom tooth is not infected, but you have something wrong with your gums, and for that reason you need your wisdom teeth out. And then you need more frequent cleanings than the like twice a year or whatever it is. And also the usual, like, you need to floss more and that sort of thing. And then they were like, and then you need more fillings. And I'd only been to the other dentist like a couple months prior. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, that you just need them in places where your teeth are overlapping. So you can't like do anything about it. It's not because you like aren't brushing, like you couldn't get to those spots anyway. So we've got to get some more room in your mouth, and then we'll try to fill them, and then you'll need an Invisalign probably to get all the overlaps out so that I can brush my teeth and not have problems with my gums and have, you know, the need for fillings. I have like over a dozen fillings, and my other dentist never like would explain. She'd just be like, oh, you need some fillings, or in this case she didn't even say anything last time. So probably not going to her anymore just because. But yeah, so then that was a consultation for like my wisdom teeth that ended up being more than just that. And then they were like, well, your insurance isn't working, we called them and they keep saying you don't have dental insurance. And I was like, I literally was just at a dentist office. I I called them to ask where I should go, and they said to go here. And they were like, okay, we'll keep trying. They're like, unless you want to pay for everything today, we can't, get you scheduled. And I was like, okay, how much would it be to pay for everything? And they were like, oh, well, if you pay for the wisdom teeth removal and a couple cleanings, that'll be about $3,000. And it was at that point in which I just started crying. I was like, I can't. And they were like, okay, we'll keep trying. We'll call you back once we get it to work. You just go home for now. We'll call you, and we'll figure it out from there. And I was like, okay. So they did, and they were like, okay, so it's this day. And I was like, okay. And hold on, I need a sip of water. I'm getting tired of talking. I was very immediately like, that day does not work, because I start my job the next day. And they were like, well, it's the only day that you can do, so I'm gonna go inside. I don't like how spooky it is. They were like, that's the only day you can do, so that's it. You have to do it that day. I was like, okay, I'll talk to my employer. So I did. And my employer was like, no, because there's training first. They were like, no, you need to go to the trainings. And they're like group trainings. So they're like, you can't not go to them. If you don't go to one of them, then you don't keep the job. And I was like, okay. Because I was like, is there a way I can like skip the first day and do like an alternate thing, or like, I don't know, one-on-one training, just not with the group that day? Because it was, well, the wisdom teeth removal was on a Thursday, and then the training started on Friday. So I was like, if I just like can take that Friday off, and then I should be able to like, where's my house? Oh, it's like, then I would be alright if I had the weekend to recover. And they said, no, you can have, well, they were like, well, if you come in, do some one-on-one stuff first, then you can come in a few hours late. I was like, honestly, I'll take it. So I did. And that was the most awful day, because I got my wisdom teeth out. Eventually, I should say, the the dentist called me back and my insurance worked. So, oh my god, good day. So, interesting. I would like to get some seeds. So ended up being $800 instead of $3,000, which was still not amazing, but certainly better. So paid for that, and then went to some training, like one-on-one, and then the next day I went in and got my wisdom teeth out, and immediately kind of was struggling. So I got them out, I don't know, around lunchtime, and I think at about 8 or 9, I was like, I don't feel good. And yeah, it was just it went very downhill from there, and I had to go to a friend's house to stay on their couch because I was like, I don't know if I can be by myself. I really don't feel good. And so I went there, and I think by like 11 I literally was like, I cannot even like see straight, and I was like puking and like puking up blood. And I was like, wow, I'm not okay. And my mouth like it had not stopped bleeding. Like I had had gauze in my mouth for like 12 hours. And so I was like, okay, I need to call the number for the dentist for their nighttime thing. And I called it, and nobody picked up, and they were like, leave voicemail and we'll get back to you. So I did, and then like 11:30, no one had gotten back to me, and I was like, okay. So I searched everywhere for some different numbers to call, and I finally get like a corporate number, and I was like, yo, I really need to talk to a dentist. Something's not right. And they were like, okay, we'll have one call you back. Then, I don't know, maybe sometime around midnight, I got a call back, and the dentist was like, yo, stop taking the pain medication. And I was like, well, what? And he was like, you're having a reaction to the pain medication. And I was like, oh, okay. So I stopped taking it. Instead, then all I could take was like ibuprofen for the pain. So that was what I was stuck with. And I then, went to bed, and I was alright. I woke up and I was pretty alright. There's still some blood, which was rough, but then I'm like thinking, I've got to go into that training at noon, and I get a call at like 9, and it's the training people, and they're like, where are you? And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I already established that I would come in late, and they're like, okay. And I'm like, great. So I go in at lunchtime, and I didn't know anyone there except like one person, and the person that I knew, as soon as we were in like we did like a group exercise, once we had branched into groups and we weren't just being talked at, he was like, yo, are you good? And I was like, no. Must very obviously not be good for this person to ask me if I'm good. Cause, yeah, no. Then I explained to him my struggle. He was like, oh, okay. Makes sense. So yeah, I struggled my way through that. Made it through the whole week. This was last week, so I made it through a whole week of training every day. Shush, Zach. I know what I'm doing. What do I do with all the rocks? Can I sell them? Let's investigate. Yeah, but that was my rough time with my wisdom teeth. I think we're gonna cut into another video, and I will figure out what I'm doing with these rocks. So, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out the video on the left, and for, I don't know, something. Probably like something that was my last video, and check out the video on the right for something picked out just for you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.